At first glance, a cappuccino, latte, and flat white can all look pretty similar. They're all made with espresso and milk, they all show up in almost every coffee shop, and to a lot of people, they just seem like different names for the same thing. But they're actually not the same at all. One of the biggest differences between them is how much milk goes into each drink, and that changes everything from the texture to the strength to the overall taste. So if you've ever wondered which one is the milkiest, here's how it really works. Let's start with the cappuccino. A traditional cappuccino is usually made with espresso, steamed milk, and a thick layer of milk foam. The important thing to understand is that even though it looks full and creamy, a lot of that top layer is actually foam, not liquid milk. That's why cappuccinos usually have a stronger coffee taste and feel a bit lighter in the mouth compared to some other milk-based drinks. You still get creaminess, but the espresso stands out more. Now compare that to a latte. A latte is built with much more steamed milk and only a small layer of foam on top. That extra milk softens the espresso and makes the drink taste smoother, creamier, and less intense. This is one of the reasons lattes are often the easiest coffee drinks for beginners to enjoy. They feel more mellow, more comforting, and less sharp than a cappuccino. Then comes the flat white. The flat white is kind of the middle ground here. It usually has less milk than a latte, but it also doesn't have that thick, airy foam you get with a cappuccino. Instead, it's made with silky microfoam, which gives it a smooth, velvety texture. Because of that, a flat white often tastes richer and stronger than a latte, but usually less foamy than a cappuccino. So when you compare all three, the real difference comes down to this. A latte is the most milk-heavy and the softest in flavor. A flat white gives you a smoother balance between milk and espresso, and a cappuccino usually feels the strongest because more of its volume comes from foam instead of milk. So if your question is, which coffee has the most milk, the winner is the latte. After that, it's usually the flat white and then the cappuccino. And honestly, that explains why these drinks taste so different, even though they all come from the same basic ingredients. So the next time you're standing in line at a coffee shop and trying to decide between the three, just remember, it's not only about the coffee, it's really about how much milk you want in the cup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description below for some cool coffee-related finds.